You said it such a good way.
This is how Ksenia said it too. How did you say it? Emotions flooded between the two of us?
Yeah.
So out of nowhere, just emotion
Okay.
started
eye contact.
flooding.
So out of nowhere, emotions started to flood.
Between, for both of them,
Yeah.
she said. For you and her.
Okay.
You could say emotions flooded the hearts or the souls of both of us. Once you said eye contact, yeah. That's so special.
Okay. And out of nowhere, emotions. Say it again.
Started flooding? Is that how you want to say it, Ksenia?
And did you want to say that? And then what?
Emotions started flooding. And then you told me that after Mass, you guys kind of caught up a little bit? Yeah? And after the Mass was finished, we spent time chatting. How do you want to say that? Yeah?
After Mass, we had a
Time to catch up?
My desk.
At your desk, at the school desk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was on the
Which was on the third floor. So you could say we went back to the classroom and my desk on the third floor of all floors.
Yeah. Emotions started flooding after Mass at the school. Oh,
We went back to
after we went back to
the classroom, your desk,
yeah.
to
we
catch up.
went upstairs. We went up.
To the third floor, right? The third floor? Yeah. Aw. That's messy.
To your desk? To your desk? Or do you want that?
Yeah, to my desk. Yeah. You're like, don't forget the third floor.
To my desk?
Yeah? Maybe just put in to the classroom, Mrs. Cove's class.
Okay.
C-O-V-E, right? Cove. You're like, you should know.
Mrs. Cove's. Okay, this is where I have changed. After Mass, we went up to the third floor to my desk.
Mrs. Cove's TA class? Or how do you want to
Yeah,
say it?
to my desk in Mrs. Cove's
Classroom.
classroom. Okay, now what?
And what? You guys caught up for some time? In that moment, right after Mass? Oh, it was that day. I had no idea.
Oh.
So it was that day at Mass. So after catching up, she gifted you the angel.
Who did,
The
Susan.
Yeah.
oh.
So after catching up for some time, you could say that, she gifted me an angel nightlight.
Oh.
Say it again. Pause.
She gifted me with an angel, or what?
It was a nightlight.
Oh,
The
yeah.
angel nightlight. But what were you saying?
Sometime.
Now, what I would do, Cassandra, is your feelings now. How it made you felt. That's how you get really in the emotion. Huh?
Yeah.
Now my creativity, my creative brain is rolling. It's been a while.
It
Yeah.
made me feel like
Made me feel like.
no time passed.
Aww. It made me feel like no time has passed.
Oh,
Is that what you wanted to say?
beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah? No time has passed?
Oh, Ksenia, that's perfect.
Yeah. That is pretty nice.
Oh, that's
I'm already getting emotional already.
Me too, I'm gonna cry too.
No, but it's happy.
Beautiful.
It's cute.
It made
Made me feel
made
like no
me feel like, how did you put that again?
no time has passed. Is that how you're gonna put it?
Aw,
Like 6 months where all of a
Yes.
sudden nothing. Or I don't know.
okay, let's start, can I read the, up,
From the beginning.
and we can change whatever after. Okay, Undercover Angels. There was an aide at Bishop Carroll's High School in 2014 whose name was Susan Elliott. I was in grade 12. 6 months later, at a church school assembly, we met after being parted for 6 months. It was a surprise, as I didn't realize that it was Susan sitting beside me. Once we realized we were sitting beside each other, I was going to say I have to put the word other. We made eye contact, and out of nowhere, emotions started flooding. Flooding or flowing? That's so beautiful.
Well,
Flowing.
Okay. After Mass, we went up to the 3rd floor to my desk in
Up on the 3rd floor. Is that what it says?
yes,
Up on the 3rd floor to Mrs. Cove.
yes, to my desk, 3rd floor to my desk in Mrs. Cove's classroom. After catching up for some time, it was Susan that gifted you, right? I think I should put Susan
Yeah.
here so we know who it is. Susan gifted me with an angel nightlight. It made me feel like no time had passed. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, now what?
Should I explain?
why?
Why? What? That the feeling of no time has passed? No?
Why?
Explain why.
Today.
Why today? Like why it's coming up today? Like why you're writing about this today? Yeah?
That's
I think so
good.
too. I
Yeah.
like how they come hand in
Yeah.
hand and
Yeah.
then I like my idea how, when gifted an angel, behind
How it
is-
brought up all those memories. That's beautiful.
So how you want to put that in?
Okay. Do
How
you
do
want to
put
read?
it? It? No. 8? 8? Month?
Also,
8 or so months later? No.
yeah.
Years! 8 or so years later. 8 or so years later. In 2022?
In November. Well, it's actually November 11th, Remembrance Day.
It is.
Should we write November 11th? or not? It was a Remembrance Day for you.
Hmm?
Ksenia,
What the? That's
Later.
crazy.
I should put later on.
So
You can change it after. honey.
years
This is not-
later.
This is not written in stone, just on paper.
Remembrance Day 2020 or 22.
8
I don't
years or
know.
so
What do you
later
wanna say?
on Remembrance.
No.
The 9th?
What is it?
It's the 10th, silly goosey.
It's 11th.
No, it's the 10th.
10th.
Tomorrow is Saturday, and then there'll be a Remembrance. It's the Remembrance Day week, though.
Yes,
Because we have tomorrow off.
yeah. 8 or so years later, during the Remembrance Day weekend. Is that right?
Yeah, she's not.
Would that be
internet.
better?
Yeah.
I think having Remembrance Day is good.
Because then people can look back. That's how people relate to the story of
That's
Ksenia, you know? Through the dates. The special dates. How do you want to start? So 8 years later,
During the Remembrance Day weekend,
you want to say Granny was visiting? Yeah? How do you want to
well,
put it?
you can just leave my name over
Oh,
that.
she wants to add you in. Oh, yeah. How do you want to put it, though?
I don't.
I was gifted another angel.
Oh,
I
yes.
was gifted another angel that had reminded me. Huh? I was gifted, how do you want to say it? That reminded me of that special day. That special surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah?